Well, hi Leos! Welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for your weekly reading. I've shuffled these cards very well. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be the center card in the first part of the reading. So, if you feel compelled, please like and subscribe. Otherwise, let's just get started for our Leos. Let's find out what can you expect. Woo! Coming up in, there you are, the Strength card coming up in your life. And any advice is always welcome to Leos. What do they need to know? For our Leos, what do they need to know? Is that coming out? Nope, not coming out. Okay, let's see what we have here. I put these cards down in the exact order that they come out of the deck. All cards are male or female. Your overall energy is a lot of communication through texting, emails, phone calls, video chats, something through the airways. If this reading does not resonate, I would check your moon sign, which is your private and emotional self, or get a private reading from someone that you trust. This is a general reading and it will not resonate with everyone. I have a few cards left for the second part of the reading to go towards it. So the overall energy, Leos, the Eight of Wands. Now, this is communication, back and forth. Like I said, through the airways. So this surrounds your entire reading. Let's find out why. Up here in your highest energy is the Two of Cups. This is a soulmate card. Friends first, friends, soulmates. There's love between two people. You know, these cups, there's a meeting of the minds, a meeting of the hearts here. But you're having a lot of communication with this person. Okay, they're a friend, they're a soulmate that care about you. So let's find out what is going on in this reading this week. So the Page of Wands is right next to the Two of Cups and right above the Eight of Wands. The Page of Wands, there's something that you need to say. There's something that will be said. It's brewing from the bottom of your feet and it will be coming out your mouth. And you're holding on to a staff of fresh starts and new beginnings. It might be an apology. It might be, this is the meeting of the minds and the hearts. It's just something that you need to say. You need to get out in the open with the other person. It's right next to the Strength card. Whatever this is going to take some strength and courage from you. See the infinity symbol right here? Right there? That's a symbol of intuition and knowing. So you will know what to say. You will know what to do, and you will find the strength and the courage to do it. This is the card for you, Leo, in the tarot deck. So there's your card. Up in your highest energy line. And then under the Two of Cups, I have the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man is very spiritual. It's about no movement, okay? Just kind of in limbo. But at the same time, you're being enlightened about some things. And I think that there's something you've been enlightened about that you really want to talk to him about. So you will. So very spiritual. Creates a lot of conversation. You're going to find the strength and the courage to have this conversation. And on the other side of the Eight of Wands is the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is under your card, the Strength card. So, this tells me that you're kind of feeling worn out. You feel like you've been dragged through the mud. And I think this is something you need to talk to them about. You're at your wit's end about something here. And you will bring it up. It's gonna take courage. It's gonna take strength to bring it up, but you know that because you got the infinity symbol, that you need to do this, okay? To come out of this energy of the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is looking at the Eight of Wands, like, God, I know I have to have this conversation. I really don't want to have this conversation, but you know you need to, and it's brewing and brewing until you do. I have the Fool card under the Hanged Man. So the Fool, this is like carefree, fun, throwing caution to the wind, living in the moment, taking everything day by day, dancing along with your head in the clouds, but you're coming to the edge of the cliff. So what happens is you start to take your head out of the clouds and start to look forward towards a future instead of just living in the fun of things and in the moment of things. This is what you're being enlightened about too, is are they approaching this place in their life too, or is it just you? Well, I think you need to have that conversation. I have the Hermit next to the Fool, and under all this conversation here, this is the card for Virgo. So Virgo might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. Very spiritual card. It's about seeking your path forward, wanting the Hermit to shine the lantern on the right path to choose. So, you know, the Hermit shining the lantern on the Fool. They know that you've been in the Fool's energy. They know that you're coming out of the Fool's energy, and they know this is what you need to talk about, and this is why you need to find your path forward. So part of your path forward here is conversation. Let it brew up. Talk about it. Talk about what your issues or your feelings are here about this matter with this soulmate. Oh, and I have the Empress right next to the Hermit and under the Nine of Wands. This can be Libra or Taurus. It might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But, you know, this is to remind you of your beautiful qualities that you have as being a person on earth. So you're kind and thoughtful, considerate, you're loving and generous and giving and forgiving. This might be a card of pregnancy for some of you that, you know, but if you're a parent, you're a really good parent. So having all these qualities, you really must move forward with someone who has a lot of those same qualities. Otherwise, it's going to be a mismatch, and it won't last. So they do have to have some of these same qualities that you have in order for a relationship, if that's what you're looking for, like coming out of a friends with benefits and moving towards a more grounded girlfriend, or boyfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever relationship that you're in. If you want to move forward, because you're taking your head out of the clouds here, out of the Fool's energy, and you want to know if they want to join you or not, you know, what are their feelings? What are their feelings about this? Let's take out the rest of the cards we need for the second part of this reading for Leos, please. Got an extra one, and I will read it. Okay. So Leos, I have the Two of Swords next to the Strength card. So the Two of Swords, you've been trying not to deal with this. You've been blocking your heart. You have a feeling that they're not going to be on the same page as you, okay? So trying not to have this conversation, but you know it's brewing. It's going to happen. You have your swords up in self-protection. Your heart's guarded. You have the blindfold on. It's like, yeah, I don't want to deal with this. But, you know, eventually it does have to happen. And the Hermit is saying, hey, you want you to seek your path forward, you need to have this conversation. I have the Ten of Cups next to the Two of Swords. This is what you're hoping for. This is a lot of love, sunshine and rainbows, you know, union between two people. There's children dancing, there's love, there's joy. It's a family-oriented card. I really think that, you know, you have high hopes that this particular relationship may turn out to be the love of your life, but in having this conversation, I think you're afraid you're going to scare them away, or that they just will not agree that they have the same feelings as you. I have, excuse me, the Knight of Pentacles right next to the Ten of Cups. So I think you've been in this relationship for a while, and like it's time to take a step forward, you feel like, but the offer has not come in. You don't feel like they're ready yet, and that's why you're putting it off. You're ready. It looks like the horse is standing still with the Knight of Pentacles, but it is moving barely, one foot in front of the other, and there is a pentacle it's bringing in. And so there's your offer for security and stability. But are they going to come in with that or not? I don't know. Let me keep reading. I have the Justice card under the Two of Swords and next to the Nine of Wands. So you put your swords down. You keep one of them up, and you try to stay balanced in order to have this conversation. You know you can't get overly emotional about it. It's got to be in a matter-of-fact conversation. Like, where are you? This is where I'm at. This is what I'm thinking. What are you thinking? So staying balanced is really, really important in having this conversation. It's self-justice, okay? So your heart is open. So, you know, you're going ahead, you're going to expose your heart here, but you are going to be guarded and you are seeking that truth and that clarity. This is the card for Libra. Libra might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. So this is what happens. You go into this other place besides the Two of Swords in order to have this conversation. I have the Ten of Swords next to the Justice card and right under the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Swords is the end of the pain, the end of any suffering, the end of the Nine of Wands. So, you know, all this fear and whatnot that you've had. These are swords of truth and clarity, and this is what's going to happen when you have this conversation. It's going to, because you're in this justice energy, okay, the energy of being balanced while you have this conversation, and asking the right questions, speaking your truth, seeking their truth, very calmly, like, you know. It is going to bring a lot of answers of truth and clarity, and that's going to put an end to the struggles that you're having about getting to this place of having this conversation. So you're going to become clear about, you know, where is this going? Is it heading toward the Ten of Cups or is it not? I mean, you know, I have the Three of Cups next to the the Ten of Swords and under the Knight of Pentacles. I feel like there's something to celebrate at the end of all this. I feel like there's a coming together, just like I thought in the beginning, of the heart and the mind and the minds. There is love between the two of you. And I feel like there's going to be something to celebrate when all this comes down to it. So guess what I'm feeling like is that Knight of Pentacles just might end up coming in. At least there'll be hope for it to come in. I have the Six of Wands under the Justice card and next to the Empress. So the Six of Wands is the card for success in love. Oh my goodness. Well, apparently they have a lot of the same qualities you do. And under the Justice card, I think this is what you're going to find out. Well, you know, I think people see you as a couple anyway. Because all these wands coming up in the background are people who celebrate the love that you have for each other. People who see you as a couple. The wreath, that can be all about engagement or commitment. Yeah, I feel like this conversation, it needs to be had, and I don't think your fears are realized in this conversation. I think you find out that they do care about you an awful lot. I have the King of Pentacles here, next to the Six of Wands and under the Ten of Swords. So the King of Pentacles is Earth, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. That might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. Very mature thinking. Really got your eye on that pentacle there. And, you know, it's right under that Ten of Swords. So putting the end to all the worry that you've been having over this situation. I think that you're going to see hope for the future after this conversation with them. I have the Ace of Swords right next to the King of Pentacles and right under the Three of Cups. A cause for celebration. Excuse me. So the Ace of Pentacles, or of Swords here, it's all about the truth and the clarity. It's all about the conversation. Oh my gosh. It really clears things up. Clarity. So yeah, I think this waiting, You're going to be clear about, you know, whether or not it's worth the wait. And it looks like it will be worth the wait. But it's also worth finally coming out with this conversation that's been bothering you, and you're just going to have it. Even though you're afraid of having it, you're going to have it. So I have the Seven of Pentacles, which is actually waiting for the relationship to come to fruition. And you've waited a long time, like I said before. I think you've been in this relationship for quite a while. And I think once this conversation is done and everybody speaks their truth, I think that your waiting is going to feel much relieved. I think that I feel like they may come up with, yeah, I do want to see where this relationship will go. I am serious about this relationship. Just things that you haven't heard that you need to hear to know that you're not just still living in the energy of the Fool. Let me take out an angel card. Let's see what your guardian angels have to say about this reading, Leos. It may or may not have exactly to do with this reading, but whatever it is, it's something that they need you to hear. So let's see. Let's see. This is the last shuffle for your angel card, Leos. Okay. Let's take you out a card. Where is it? There it is. For Leos, it's the Helper of Emotion. I'm going to read it to you. Romance blooms and you find yourself falling in love. Gifts of flowers, love letters, and poems read aloud are all in your future. Marriage proposals. Wow, success in love. And here's the Ten of Cups. Weddings, past life connections are possible. Someone new who is romantic, dreamy, and emotional may enter your life. This person could be an artist who's an idealist about love. I don't think this is someone new. I think it's all the above. Okay? I think this is someone you already know, that you're friends with. It's I think more like a friends with benefits, but you're wanting more. So wow, Leos, things are really looking good here if this is your reading. Thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot.